Bessie Smith, Al Jolson, and of course, a little of old-time radio, all for your listening enjoyment on KPCS 89.3 FM in Pasadena. Starting off tonight's big band show is a smash from 1941, the Andrews Sisters with Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-toot, a toot, he blows it eight to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump eight to the bar. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Do-do-do-do-da-da-do-da-da-do-do-do. He blows it eight to the bar. He can't blow a note if the bass and guitar isn't with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. To sleep with Boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays. When someone gives him a beat, he really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Oh my honey, you better hurry and let's go down there. Ain't you going to that little man, Raggy me the man? Oh honey, let me take you to Alexander. Grandstand, ain't you coming along? Come on in here, Alexander Ragtime Band. Come on in here, it's the best band
Bessie Smith, The Lady of the Blues from 1927, Alexander's Ragtime Band. Before that, the legendary Al Jolson with You Made Me Love You. And we started off with the Andrews Sisters, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Take half a minute for safety. If your car overheats when you're in heavy traffic, professional truck drivers suggest you step up the idling speed of the engine. Doubling the idling speed gives you 4 times as much airflow through your radiator. Half a minute for safety. It can help you avoid dangerous stalls in traffic.
Back again on Nostalgia Radio, KPCS with Bunny Berigan from 1937, I Can't Get Started.
Watching and awaiting, heart a-palpitating, longing for my little lady love. Lazy moon, why don't you show your face upon the hill? Lazy moon, come out soon. You can make me happy if you will. Now when my lady sees your face a-peeping, then I know a promise she'll be keeping. Tell me what's the matter, are you sleeping? Lazy moon, lazy moon, lazy moon, why don't you show your face above the hill? Lazy moon, come out soon, you can make me happy if you will. Now when my lady sees your face a-peeping, then I know a promise she'll be keeping. Tell me what's the matter, are you sleeping? Lazy moon.
Frank Sinatra, Mean to Me. Before that, we heard Oliver Hardy from the motion picture Pardon Us. That was Lazy Moon. And we started off with Bunny Berigan, I Can't Get Started. Stay tuned for Old Time Radio after this.
Youth is a feeling, not an age. Proof, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
So we are going to win the war, and we are going to win the peace that follows.
To be young is to be young in spirit. Youth is an outlook, not a stage. To be young is to face life, not to fear it. Youth is a feeling, not an age. To be young is to be young in body. Make each day a new page. To be young is to be strong in body. Youth is a feeling, not an age.
Like Franklin D. Roosevelt, you can have a productive, satisfying life whatever your age. The American Chiropractic Association recommends you keep physically fit, keep active, and keep healthy with periodic spinal examinations.
To be young is to be strong in body. Youth is a feeling, not an age.
And now, without further ado, Old Time Radio on KPCS.
You? Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends, the Goldbergs, are here.
Time now for Young Widder Brown, brought to you today by the makers of Arrow Wax.
In Michael Forsythe's hotel room, Ellen Brown has spoken words which Michael has hoped she would speak ever since he fell in love with her months ago, after Dr. Anthony Loring believed a lie about her and discarded her and was tricked into marriage by his wife, Millicent. For Ellen has just said to Michael,
Brave Tomorrow, the story of love and courage, written by Ruth Adams Knight and brought to you by Ivory Snow.
And now, for the dramatic story of John's other wife. Elizabeth, the young wife of handsome 35-year-old John Perry, is going to have a baby. Has been told by Dr. Ferguson that she must not shoulder any worries. But the worries have come thick and fast. 100 employees fired from the Perry department store at the instigation of John's partner, Ridgway Turrell, and the beautiful foreign decorator, Marina Marinoff, rioted, led by a man named Timmons, and stoned John. And now John lies ill with an ugly gash in his head. Elizabeth it was who put down the riot. Elizabeth it was who rehired the employees in John's name and persuaded the now repentant Ridge to clear John of any blame. But John believes that the clever and unscrupulous Marina saved him, and he quarrels with Elizabeth on this account and suffers a relapse. Elizabeth, exhausted and frightened, calls the doctor. 15 minutes later, as the clock strikes 9, Dr. Ferguson arrives.
Here's the Manhattan merry-go-round that brings you the bright side of life, that whirls you in music to all the big night spots of New York town, to hear the top songs of the week sung so clearly you can understand every word and sing them yourself.
And now, Dick Tracy.
This is Dick Tracy on the case of the broken window. Stand by for action. Let's go, men. Yes, it's Dick Tracy, protector of law and order.
Solid silver with beauty that lives forever is International Sterling. From Hollywood, International Silver Company, creators of International Sterling, presents The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring America's favorite young couple, Ozzie Nelson and Harriet Hilliard.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum invite you to enjoy Life with Luigi, a comedy show created by Cy Howard, directed by Mac Benoff, and starring that celebrated actor, Mr. J. Carroll Nash, with Alan Reed as Pasquale. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, starring Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce.
The Shadow of Fu Manchu. Based on the stories by Sax Roma.
Believe it or not. Yes, believe it or not, pages from the sketchbook of Robert L. Ripley. And here speaking for Bob Ripley is the Dean of Newsreel Commentators, Gregory Abbott. Thanks, Bill Griffiths, and welcome everyone to Bob Ripley's Radio Auditorium, a collection of amazing facts discovered by Bob Ripley in his never-ending search for the truth which is always more unbelievable than fiction.
Hello, Jack. Here's Whispering Jack Smith and his Whispering Strings once more, bringing you his intimate melodies sung as only he can sing them. This electrically transcribed program by the one and only Whispering Baritone is brought to you by Ironized Yeast, the new yeast, vitamin B, and iron tablets through which people everywhere who are thin and run down because they need these vital elements are gaining new naturally attractive pounds, new energy, new health.
Howdy, folks. You'll be mighty glad to hear, I reckon, that the makers of Grape Nuts Flakes, that's America's most famous cereal in flake form, are going to bring you America's most famous cowboy. Hard-riding, hard-hitting, hard to beat, everybody's favorite, Buck Jones.
Adventure, intrigue, mystery, romance, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Together in the sultry setting of tropical Havana and the mysterious islands of the Caribbean. Bold Venture.
And that is Old Time Radio. And you're listening to 89.3 FM KPCS in Pasadena.
I used to fall in love with all those boys who maul, refine, cutie. But now I find I'm more inclined to keep my mind on my duty. For since I've come to care for such a sweet millionaire, while tearing off a game of golf, I may make a play for the caddy. But when I do, I don't follow through, 'cause my heart belongs to Daddy. If I invite a boy some night to dine on my fine Finnan Haddie, I just adore his asking for more, but my heart belongs to Daddy. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy, so I simply couldn't be bad. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy. Daddy daddy Ann. So I want to warn you, laddie, though I think you're perfectly swell, that my heart belongs to daddy, and my daddy, he treats it so well. My heart belongs to daddy. But my heart belongs to daddy. Yes, my heart belongs to daddy, so I simply couldn't be bad. Yes, my heart belongs to daddy. Daddy, Ann. So I want to warn you, laddie, though I think you're perfectly swell, that my heart belongs to daddy, and my daddy, he treats it so
Look, you got a letter from your sister, Bessie.
Oh, Bessie.
What does she say? What does she say?
Well,
Anything?
she's just wonderful
Is she?
herself. But her
Good.
son, Willie.
Willie? Willie, that's the one with the high blood pressure.
Yeah,
The one who
that's...
sleeps on the floor to keep his blood pressure down.
Yeah, that's the one.
Smart kid.
Yes.
Yes. What about Willie?
Well, he broke his back.
I'm glad to hear that.
Huh?
That's good. Broke his back? How did he do that?
Well, on account of he's left-handed.
He broke his back because he's left-handed.
Yeah, well, you see what happened was he had a donut in his right-hand pocket, and when he went to take it out with his left hand...
He broke his back?
Yeah.
Well, you tell Bessie the next time to tell Willie that if he's got a donut in his right-hand pocket, to try to take it out with his right hand.
Yeah, but that's hard to do when you have your pants on backwards.
Had his pants on backwards.
Yes. Well, you see what happened was he had a suit of clothes with two pairs of pants, and he put one pair on frontwards and one pair on backwards.
So that he could go either way?
That's when the truck hit him.
The truck? What truck?
The truck that didn't have a slide slit.
Why didn't the truck have a slide slit?
Because he had...
Hold it, hold it. Did the guy in the truck have his pants on backwards, or did Willie have his pants on backwards?
Oh, Judge, you're trying to confuse me.
I'm confusing you?
Willie had his pants on backwards.
Oh, but the fellow in the truck, why didn't he have his light slit?
He didn't have to. It was daytime. Am I getting it?
Well, no, that's how the fellow. But if he had his pants on backward, I mean, the fellow in the truck, if he had his light slit, didn't he see Willie coming?
He didn't know it was Willie. He saw two pairs of pants coming toward him, and he drove between them.
Goodbye.
Earl Father Hines from 1940, still going strong with Boogie Woogie on St. Louis Blues. Before that, we heard George Burns and Gracie Allen from their old radio show. And we started off with Mary Martin. That was her first big hit from 1937, My Heart Belongs to Daddy. All for you on KPCS. Let's hear some more from the King. This is Al Jolson with Liza. Frank Sinatra, Time After Time. And before that, we heard the Andrews Sisters from 1940, Apple Blossom Time. And we started off with Al Jolson doing Liza.
Please listen to the following message of great importance. That was the sound of a bursting balloon. Its message, that the ballooning crime rate across America can be deflated if you and I will help. The Exchange Clubs of America can tell you how. They'll send you your own crime deflation kit, free of charge. Simply write to Crime Prevention, Box 2672, Toledo, Ohio 43606. The kit includes an illustrated pamphlet showing simple ways you can protect yourself, your family, and your home from the inflating threat of crime. For crime is on the increase. Burglary, robbery, assault, you name it. That means your chance of being a victim is greater. So write today, Crime Prevention, Box 2672, Toledo, Ohio. You'll also get a free balloon plus a pin to make the balloon go. Another way to demonstrate your willingness to deflate crime in America.
Are you Mr. Dunlop? Yeah? Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. Certainly mighty proud to say I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Do you ever take and try to give an ironclad leave to yourself from a three-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a bop-line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listening to some big out-of-town Jasper, hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy setting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, suppertime, short time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled to the screen door patched and the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the Knickerbocker, shirt-tail young ones, peeking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They were trying out Bevo, trying out Q-backs, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance at the Armory. Libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime, shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter, with the arms of a jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble! Oh, yeah, trouble. Right here in River City. With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Captain Billy's whiz-bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell. Aha! And so's your old man. But if so, my friends, you got trouble. Right here in River City. With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is the devil's tool. Yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. With a T, and rhyming with P, stands for pool. Remember, my friends, listen to me because I passed this way but once.
Robert Preston doing Trouble from The Music Man. Before that, we heard Dick Powell from 1934, I Only Have Eyes for You. And that was preceded by Bessie Smith from 1925, Nobody. That's going to close my big band show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, tune in again next Friday night at 6. Till then, my name is Dale Mondry, and you have a nice weekend.
This is KPCS, Pasadena, from the campus of Pasadena City College.
In Washington, I'm Mike Waters with options.